good morning. I wanted to just do a brief little intro to what the next adventure will be, the Arizona Trail. Not sure if a full through hike is in the works. Sometimes I look at the trail, or when I've read about it and researched it, the northern half might be better in the fall. I don't know. We'll see what the trip brings, what the adventure brings. I have gone ahead and planned. You can see in the background, I've got some boxes for the whole thing. I've looked at the whole thing, researched the whole thing. We shall see. Critters is coming along and is somewhat committed, at least until Pine, a little over halfway. This is a very dry year, at least in the southern part of Arizona. So water will be more of a concern potentially. And that is one of his concerns, big concerns, is water. He likes to carry extra just in case. And water is very heavy. One of my big concerns are steep, snowy, slippery traverses, and that may not be a problem this year. Probably leaving microspikes at home, but making sure to bring an umbrella. So, as you can see, I may make some more meals, but made quite a few already. Vacuum sealed and in the freezer, mostly not just for this adventure, but to finish my sections of the PCT, which will come later. Those include about 170 miles in Northern California, from just south of Etna to about Ashland, where I-5 crosses where the trail crosses I-5. And a little bit from Sonora Pass to Tuolumne Meadows, about 73 miles. And then the second half of Washington, which we hope to do early September if fires don't prevent us. And if we don't have anybody to fight the fires. So if you see me on trail, here's a little tip. I'm gonna be wearing this lovely Jolly Gear bright shirt out there. So I should be easy to spot, but anyway, follow along if you'd like. I don't believe I will be doing vlogs as I go. I'm going to look into it in the next couple weeks and see how easy I can make the process, but it isn't very easy for me anyway. I do plan on posting on Facebook and Instagram. So if you don't follow me there already, you can send me a comment or request to be a friend and maybe somehow tell me that you want to follow because of the AZT or something. I do get some interesting requests sometimes that I don't accept. So, but if I know that's why you want to follow, I will. And it's just my name, Kay McCorkwoodell. I think on here I have the link, so that should do it for you. But anyway, I've been using different resources to plan. I got this book, and then just the AZT website is wonderful, lots of great information, and the Facebook page has lots of great information. It looks like there's a wonderful community out there of trail angels. They are very proud of their trail, it seems. The communities sound great, and we plan to stop in many along the way and do our lots of zeros, low miles, lots of zeros, especially at the beginning. And especially because I know this trail is challenging. I've heard it's way more challenging than people might expect, but also way more beautiful. So looking forward to that. Excited to see more of our beautiful country. And we'll talk soon. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye. Washing it definitely helped fluff it up a bit more. There's still a few spots I could add some down to, but that seems a little scary. But I think it's better. So I'm busy mixing up some food for our trip. One of the things we like to do is a coffee smoothie, and This is just basically a mixture of espresso, any kind you like. I put about 2 teaspoons per serving. And I had some Carnation Breakfast Essentials, which I mixed with the amount of dry whole milk that they recommend. Nido says a 1/4 cup. This one from Walmart says a 1/3 cup, but approximately that amount per serving. And then I also had some of this whey protein, which of course has more protein than the Carnation Instant Breakfast. So I did some servings with that, along with this, is it cacao powder to give it a little chocolate flavor. And then I just threw it all together. And this is about, I don't know, 86 servings for our morning smoothie, which we tend to do. We mix up the night before, drink it as we're getting ready, so we get a quick start, and then stop for breakfast a little bit later on. So I'll put that in baggies depending on how long our section will be, and we'll just mix it up the night before, have it ready to go. And I already showed you the big bowl of coffee smoothie, and this is right here, enough for 2 people for the whole Arizona Trail, according to an estimate on days. And if you want more specific recipes, I can again recommend Backcountry Foodie has wonderful smoothie recipes. And she has all the nutrition content and everything. But this isn't bad for potentially 6-7 weeks of coffee smoothies for 2 people. And then usually, not always, but for our second breakfast after our coffee smoothie, I've made up some more peanut butter granola and added lots of other things like flaxseed meal and chia seeds and nuts and whole milk powder. So you just add water and eat right out of the bag. And then I also have some oatmeal that I've made with the more instant oats, and you can add all kinds. This is a lemon blueberry almond, I believe, from backcountryfoodie.com recipe. Can't say enough about that site. Wonderful, wonderful. But so if I'm gonna do cold soak, I can just have it in these regular baggies, or if I want to add hot water, I put them in a freezer one. So that can be second breakfast. I'm also mixing up some trail mix, which I call whatever I like trail mix. And isn't that pretty? So in this mix, we have some dried mangoes, these dried tangerines, both from Costco, craisins, Costco, pumpkin seeds, Costco, salted mixed nuts, Costco, with a few extra macadamias that I had, some peanut M&Ms for fun, and I had a bunch of these, so threw some in, grocery outlet, and then I told my husband to get some of this stuff to add in, and he got about $15 worth last time I asked him to do that. But whatever kind of crunchy thing you want, salty thing, and you get this. And I'll put it in some little baggies. Well, half a cup of this will go a long way. Here's my grocery outlet, Bargain Market, little bobblehead. So they are a great place. Like I was saying, check out the candy after the seasons. Holiday blend M&Ms for super cheap. And then these are super cheap too. They do add a little bit of protein, a little bit of salty. It's just fun to check out what they got. And here is my lovely trail mix all bagged up. So pretty, so many pretty colors. And each of these bags I would probably count as 4 snacks and a meal, not a meal and a half. Lots of calories and nutrition in those. Ready to go. Here is an overall look. I'll go a little closer in a sec of some of the ingredients, not all, for some of the meals I'm preparing. And I cannot praise enough Backcountry Foodie This is a list of recipes I'm doing from her wonderful website. And then what's really cool is you put them in a group and then you can print out the grocery list with all the ingredients added up. Pretty amazing, I think. You can do different groups for depending on what you're doing. So, of course, I have pasta, which I'm going to cook and dehydrate. There's some couscous, lots of nuts, some different noodles. I'll probably get some more ramen noodles, different seasoning, garlic. These I'm going to add to some noodles with peanut butter powder and make sort of a Thai thing. Backcountry Foodie has wonderful recipes for smoothies. And one I'm going to try this time is an orange smoothie, which has vanilla, breakfast essentials, tang, and they use yogurt melts. Then I've ordered a bunch of different freeze-dried vegetables. This is some, it's kind of hard to see, but it's some greens that I dehydrated before and made into a powder that I will add to things. Some of her recipes call for stuff. I think I'm doing some kind of soup that calls for like these French fried onions, potato flakes, sun-dried tomatoes. I've also dehydrated some of my own veggies, such as some celery, green onions, carrots. I'm going to try adding some of these super green fruit and veggie things just to make sure my nutrition is as good as I can. And this kind of Parmesan cheese holds up pretty well, so I'll be putting it in separate little baggies though, just in case, and put it in with the meals. Textured vegetable protein is a great addition. There's some peanut butter powder, and then some things like heavy cream powder, coconut milk, whole milk powder. I've also ordered butter powder. It's not here yet. So then, once I'm all done, I do have a food saver vacuum sealer. I'll put some in these bags because they do last years, really. I put them in there and then I put them in the freezer. And then also just good old freezer quart-sized bags because you can add boiling water to these. So it keeps everything nice and simple when you're out there. Who wants to cook after you've walked 20 miles? Well, I'm about done with resupply boxes all the way to the end, if it works out. And still some things to add, but generally I figure out about how many days, count the breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, drinks, all that stuff, and some of these other things at the bottom to add into the box. Check them off as I do. Keep the paper in the box so I can remember, oh yeah, I was gonna buy stuff for lunch, whatever. Then I still have all those dinners that I've made. Thank you, Backcountry Foodie. And we do have some Mountain House, which those are kind of like for the zombie apocalypse war. And some more granola and still some snacks and bars and such down there. So getting there. And here's a gigantic map of Arizona that a friend gave me. When she asked if I wanted, I thought it was poster size, but it's almost as tall as I am, which isn't that tall, but. So I went through and roughly added the trail, starting down at the border with Mexico, going all the way up. So it is cool to see the mountain ranges and water that it goes around and all that kind of stuff, all the way to Utah. And don't mind her. That's my great, great, great somebody looking over.